And y'all know I gotta go in on this whole Grambling State situation. I was down at Jackson State this weekend for the ball game on the yard. Boys is getting it in on Friday afternoon, getting ready for the game, hanging out on the yard, and then the word comes around that Grambling is not getting on the bus less than 24 hours before the game starts. These duns decide to pull an old school sit-in and don't show up. Now let's keep it real or all the way 100, whichever comes first. At the beginning of the season, when Grambling State administration fired Doug Williams 2 games into the season, I went on record, told you boys that was a bad situation. Bad situation is you can't fire Doug 2 games into the season. He just in his second season. Yeah, they was 1-10 last year, but he 0-2, then you fire? Come on, bruh. That doesn't make sense. He picked up a garbage situation when he came in. You can't expect for a boy to turn it around overnight when they left the cupboard bare. So the firing puts it all on the administration. Then you come in a few weeks later and you send the boys up to Circle City Classic up in Indianapolis. Now get this. These guys put the boys on the bus at 6 p.m. on Friday for a 15-hour trip. And they show up in Indianapolis at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning for a 2 p.m. game. Who does that, bruh? Now, I understand that the kids are upset because the administration is jacked up. They upset because there's mold and mildew all over the locker room. The training facilities is bad, so on and so forth. Bruh, you signed up to go to Grambling State University. Let's keep it real, or all the way 100, whichever comes first. If we're going to talk, then let's talk turkey. It's not like when you went to Grambling on your official visit, they took you down the street to LSU and told you that you was going to be working out at LSU, that you were going to use LSU's facilities, and then all of a sudden they pulled a okie doke and threw you in the Grambling situation. It's not like you were riding charter planes when you got to Grambling. I mean, let's keep it real. You signed up to ride that bus, bruh, because you signed up to go to Grambling. It is what it is. Not everybody can play major college football. Not everybody can play in the major leagues. So the guys in AAA got to ride the bus. You in AAA. It is what it is. I mean, what you got to understand, Playboy, is this. I'm talking to the Grambling State University football players at this point. Yeah, the administration is jacked up. We know that. But at the same time, you are what they call a student athlete. That means you in college to get a degree, and they paying for you to go to school for free. They're going to allow you to get a degree with no loans over. Yeah, now is it work? Sure it is. You got to put in work. But if a boy tell you to put on a jock and some rubber feet to go out there and play for a free education, you got 2 options. You can either play or quit. But you don't decide as a team not to play at all. Because what you just did was cost everybody money. You didn't just cost Grambling money. You cost Jackson State money. 24 hours in, you got boys from all over the country show up to Jackson State for a homecoming game that didn't happen. Now, all of the retailers, all of the hotels, everybody's losing money because you decided that you're going to pull in a 1959 sit-in. You got to understand, it's 2013, bruh. What you do in 2013 is take advantage of social media. You continue to play the game, but you have some of your friends sneak into the locker room, take pictures of all the mold and mildew, go in the training room, take pictures of it, create a Facebook page, put Grambling on blast, and have 3 or 4, 5 million people like the page and put them on blast. You continue to do what you obligated to do, that's play football and get an education. So what happens now if you show up on Monday and you got a balance? You got to go home and tell Big Mama that can't afford to send you to school that you got a balance because you decided to pull a 1959 sit-in when the sit-in wasn't appropriate. And I can't let Doug Williams off the hook either. Doug Williams come in there and sends a tweet out on Saturday, I'm proud of them boys. Well, that sounds good. It all sounds good, but what you got to understand is, Playboy, Doug Williams already got a degree and a Super Bowl ring. So he's taken care of. He's going to be all right. You out there taking chances with your future because you can't afford to pay for you to go to school. That's why you in school on the scholarship. That's why you putting up with the foolishness that you pulling up with so that you can get your degree and get out. Now, let's say next semester, because what folks don't realize, and I'm talking to the general public now, those scholarships aren't like they were when I was in school. When you get a full ride, it's a full ride 4 years. Now they what they call annual renewals. So what if Grambling decide on Monday that we're going to pay for everybody to go to school until December? And now we're going to forfeit everybody's scholarship. Now you're looking like a fool because you can't finish school. Understand, social media is your friend, Playboy. Go out there, do what you're supposed to do, handle your business, because I saw Jackson State lose crazy money this weekend. They had thousands of people at the facility, and they had to let everybody in free because there was no football game. They ended up having a scrimmage, and then the band did a concert, but they didn't charge for that. They lost ridiculous bread because you decided you wanted to do a sit-in. Not to mention the fact that now all the other schools that have you on the schedule that are not in the SWAC gonna start taking you off the schedule because you got the propensity to forfeit games on them. All those schools like a LSU or Georgia or Alabama, whoever, that play the cupcake schedules at the beginning of the season, because everybody does. I'm not just picking on the SEC. Everybody in the country plays cupcakes at the beginning of the season. They pay them duns anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million to show up. Now, if you own somebody else's schedule, they don't care if it's Grambling State, Appalachian State, Troy State, or William and Mary. They don't care. As long as they get a win out of it, they're willing to give $900,000 up. Grambling can't afford to give up $900,000 because you pulled a sit-in. So now they can't get that type of bread, and you can't play the games. Guess what? Ain't gonna be no scholarships, Playboy. This your man Jay Graves Report from the JayGravesReport.com. Go hit me up on Twitter at JayGravesReport. I wrote the hot joint just this weekend called A Ripple Effect. Go pull it up, talking about how Jackson State lost, HBCUs lost in this situation, and Grambling played themselves. Holla at your boy.